Hello, everyone. Good afternoon once again. It's just me, and trying to get in touch with you folks. Hold on one second. I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to do some stuff. Okay, I'm just standing or just leaning myself on this table. But the main thing is, as I have said before, and now I'll tell you what the Philippine circus or political circus is just a waste of time, and to all of us, to most people, who suffers are the Filipinos themselves. Like, for example, what is going on in the Philippines? You have a weak, as I told you, a weak president, and I told you not to involve yourself or uh, vote for him, but you guys voted and now you want him out. See how stupid some Pinoys are? They vote by the heart without thinking. And that's how it's. You have so many actors or actresses, or just a waste of time. If you have the money and you're popular in the Philippines, you can get voted for anything and do corruption. Just be good of it. Just like the Marcoses, they are to them it's the art of corruption, the art of dealing with corruption. It's been done since 1968, so they know what works in corruption and what doesn't work in corruption. The Dutertes are trying to do that too, but the brand of corruption is different, totally different. Like, for example, hey, the vice president is tending most of the time now her father, who is in The Hague. And, you know, I don't care if you're the daughter, father, or whatever. You were elected to serve the people of the Philippines. You were not elected to serve your father. It's as simple as that. But now she has to go and do all kind of campaigning and making herself, oh, hey, this is not good. You're crying over spilled milk. The the issue has been done and over with. And you know what some Filipinos are doing in the Philippines? These third world lawyers and all that are the great thinkers that they think they are in the Philippines. They think they can, they already have made the decision, and uh, you know, it's crying over spilled water. You move on, that not dwell on the merit or demerit of the arrest and the eventual taking of Duterte as prisoner in The Hague. No, you have to do a little bit more. Not just complaining that this is illegal. That's done, over with. Move on. Try, trying, trying, protect your president. There's another thing, there is an election coming up, and you have a lot of senators who are trying to be senators, or should I say. One is a sex maniac, or accused of, being a preacher or a pastor that loves sex with underage, you know, uh, underage kids. I mean, some of them are foreigners. Some of them are from other countries accusing him. And if there's only one or two, I would say that that's just not true. But if you have 10 or more who have accused him of being a rapist, that's something else. He money laundered, he paid politicians, and his name, I guess, is Kibuloy, a sick motherfucker. Just just a bad person. He doesn't know between right or wrong. He quotes the scriptures and says that he is the Messiah. Messiah of what? Uh, He's even accused of murder. But that is Philippine politics. The former president even endorsed him. So that's where the corruption is like. If you're a friend, if you have money, and you've been a long time associate, no matter what kind of a personality you have, you can go ahead and be a candidate, no matter how bad you are. The argument is he hasn't been accused, he hasn't been convicted, no matter what. It has to be. They have to stand. You stand up for these people. You have actors that Philip Salvador is just a waste of time, and there was another one, Robin Hood. Padilla is another waste of time. Mark Coletta is also a waste of time because he thinks that tradition is law. You know, They- this guy is either sick or making up things as he go along and pretending to be the savior of the Filipinos for being non-corrupt, but in himself is one of those sick corruptors or corrupting corruptors, just corrupt. But here again, I'm warning all these Filipinos to be steadfast. Vote for somebody who has more. I cannot think of any one single uh, candidate for president for senator who can be called a priceless influence of being a non-corrupt. But most of the time when I say something that, hey, don't vote for this, it's because of something innate in these candidates, like being corrupt and like being you know not good, really not good people at all. So you might want to think twice or three times when you vote this time. Again, that the vice president of the Philippines is not the vice president of the Philippines. You might as well call her the vice president of her father, because that's where she's tending her services to. If you are vice president of the Philippines, you do have an obligation to represent the whole country and not just one person. No matter if it's your dad, mom, daughter, or because your ultimate goal in there is for votes. It's for sympathy. It's for but we sympathize for this vice president because she's being uh, persecuted. But to me, it's not. If you look ahead and look forward to what is going on, you will note that they are, these people like Duterte's and the Marcoses and all that. Ultimately, they're not for the people of the Philippines. They are in for themselves. Tell you, they are in for themselves, and the poor Filipinos will still suffer if this kind of mentality and attitude of all these candidates are going to hang on. And if you are a voter and you're not thinking properly and voting for this for some reason or another, then you're a fool. You're a fool. You will never get a Philippines that would be progressive in your lifetime or even in my lifetime. So agree? Just don't vote these people I'm talking about. Just don't vote for them. They're good for nothing. How can you relate to them when their ulterior motives are for themselves? Huh? Right? Right? The actors will always be acting and nothing will be done to the to help the country progress. And the dumb asses that thinks they're lawyers and the great thinkers of the Philippines, they're the most uh, dumbest third world, low level lawyer thinkers. Because you know what? A third rate lawyer will remain a third rate lawyer for this. Uh, just an example, okay? When the Filipinos, that includes me as well, interpret the English language as true to them, the a white man from America, say for example, or the British Isles, they will interpret words differently from a Filipino. And uh, I'm telling you, it's what I have experienced so far. Just uh, just uh, just notice that. But here we are. We're still here. The the vice president of the Philippines is going back and forth to the Hague. Who is she serving? Is her dad? One person. 110 million Filipinos in the Philippines and all over the world, wants you to serve them in the capacity of a vice president. That's worth it to be called a vice president. Here you are, you're just standing one person. Yeah, yeah. How important it is. Yeah? You are trying to gather votes for sympathy to you and your family and your dad, who, by the way, just for record purposes, your dad was the best president who would always swear and swear and be proud of what he was doing. So to him, that's good for him. You know what he said one time? Pinapatay ko sila lahat ng mga drogista, drug addicts. O ngayon, anong nangyari? The ICC is it's not a joke. So when he said that at one time, people believe in him, which I know will be found out later that he did not kill all these people because it was only his mouth. He was just you know, uh, a drunken old man, a lawyer who was a drunk lawyer, had uttered these words. But it scared a lot of people. It scared a lot of people from outside the Philippines. That's why. And there's a lot of traitors in the Philippines who will, who will betray you and feed you to all these alligators of ICC. But it's a foregone conclusion. You brag about killing all these drug addicts, and there you go. You uh, you will be prosecuted, whether it's true or not. Then You have to defend yourself, and you say you are a good lawyer, so and you have a good team, so might as well defend yourself. Okay, so I have a feeling that when the election comes in this year for the senatorial candidates, most of the Filipinos who are dumb enough to vote for Kibuloys, the Marcoletas, and all the rest of them will soon find out that if they, just for example, they win, and then 2 months later they'll see that, oh, we should not voted for these people, because you know why? Their true colors will come out. You know, for them, corruption is the main focus. To get, here's the three things that I see in Philippine politics: get voted and elected, and then when you get into office, forget about the people who voted for you. You know, help yourself with all kinds of monetary and influence and power, and all those three. You know, that way you can enrich yourself. Influence. It's very, very important in the Philippines. Yeah, and you know, well, power. Once you have that power, you know, you can flash it around, and you would always say, "Bakit? Sino ka? Ako si ganito. Lalaban ka ba?" That's how the attitude of the Philippines are. Filipinos are. So that's one. And then the other thing is, Dre, ano mo naman itong kontrata, Perma. Bibigyan kita ng kahit anong gusto mo. Gusto mo ng 1 milyon o Tesla, bibigyan kita. O Rolex, gusto mo, bibigyan kita. Ano mo lang, pirmahan mo lang itong kontrata. That's how it works in the Philippines, you know? You have the power and you are powerful enough, you're undermined by people who will ask you for favors. Okay, even your friends or family will do that to you, and there you go. That's corruption right there. Okay, influence, money, and power. You're corrupting. These people are very corrupt. Where once you elect them, they forget about who are they're serving. Okay, and now I have somebody, and I will be ending this little bit of talk. Okay, because, okay.